bet from k1llsen. His aim was so good, it felt like he was almost relying on that sometimes. And because that aim has become slightly less important in Quake Champions, it's very important to understand the way in which your opponent's going to be playing. It seems that he's taken that definitely on board, because at the very early stages of Quake Champions, he was struggling. He was getting knocked out in the early stages of tournaments online, and it really was uncharacteristic. So he sat back and put a lot of thought in what he needs to improve, and I think that area of strategy in particular has come on leaps and bounds, and we see now that he is a totally different player.
All right, well, we're going to see how he's going to do against k1llsen. I'm trying to think if they met at all, any of the qualifiers, in any of the lands. No, they didn't make a QuakeCon because Vu knocked out k1llsen.
Yeah, but for some reason, I think they might have been in the groups together, but I might be completely wrong. Either way, I mean, these guys have played hundreds of times across different iterations of Quake, so they know each other extremely well. And it's been really interesting. I think k1llsen said he probably won't be picking clutch, and that's pretty wise.
He did, though. Yeah, he did, though.
Yeah, he picked
he said in the interview, it depends, probably not. And he picks clutch right off the bat. And we talked about, playing against like a higher caliber player or opponent will know how to work against the clutch. And look how aggressive k1llsen is off the bat.
But when you have that speed, I mean, k1llsen had the Ghost Walk up, he just didn't have time to press it. It's very difficult to play against, and obviously still got the shield up, which means k1llsen is still in a little bit of trouble if k1llsen wants to push aggressive after this next item.
Well, luckily for k1llsen, though, there's no rail on this map, which means he can dodge a lot of the damage being done. If he can just jump over it, pops the Berserk, and well, Berserk's not going to help him escape, and k1llsen already off the bat gets 2 frags against k1llsen in the first 1 minute of play.
And this is the thing, when you watch players like k1llsen with the clutch, you think, how on earth is this balanced? But then no one else picks it, because it's very difficult to achieve. He makes it look easy, but every time outside of that, this is the most important time in the match for k1llsen.
Oh, he's got shield again.
Exactly. It's getting those time shards, playing safe until that shield is up.
Mega's there, and there's no way k1llsen can challenge against this. He has an injection, yes. But k1llsen just has him red, and one of the few champions that can kind of maybe keep up with the speed of Anarcha here because of the openness that you can jump around with clutch.
Because it's burst of speeds, it's a little bit disconcerting sometimes, because at least Anarchy is relatively consistent. Clutch is just kind of, it goes in waves. And nice finishing off with that laser. I've never seen that being put to such good use.
Minute and 29 seconds in, and k1llsen already has picked up the first round here on our first map of this series. Wow. Still have another match to come up after this. It's our last match of the day. It's going to be Cypher versus Vu. And from what Vu's been saying, if he picks one map up against Cypher, then he's through. We weren't sure if there's going to be like a play out with a 3-way tie, or if they're going to be based off maps, but it seems like they will be based off maps.
That makes sense.
Clutch again. k1llsen wasn't able to get any real mileage out of this clutch before, and the shotgun and the shield is so hard to deal with. 40 HP left. He actually does switch into his Ghost Walk when he saw the shield come down for a shot, but now he's trapped.
That was smart play by k1llsen. He left the Ghost Walk to the last second because he knew if he popped it too early, the clutch would be able to see him and track him. So by waiting to the last second, he knew that the shield would go down and he could escape.
Yeah, one of the 2 champions I can see, right? Visor.
No, 3. Nyx and Nyx can see each other.
Really?
If they put, it's relatively new that if they both pop Ghost Walk, they can see each other.
Okay. Well, k1llsen has his shield back up, ready to go. So does k1llsen, though, with his Ghost Walk. But that HP that k1llsen has is insane. 164. You can just see the difference in stack on that off the top hand side of your screen. He's able to get those rockets yet again here, and k1llsen, what's the avenue he's looking for? Like, what's his time to attack? Is he just trying to keep up in terms of like building up major items, or is he waiting for like that one opportunity?
It's
what is it?
He's trying to build a little bit of a stack and chip down clutch. He knows the fact that k1llsen is extremely healthy and there's no way he can engage, and even if he engages like now, he's going to be forced to pop the Ghost Walk and then probably be caught out, where k1llsen knows exactly what's going on.
He does actually come around behind him, and you're gonna have to wonder how are you gonna chip away at clutch when there's no railgun to use.
I mean, you've got the nail gun, which is particularly good for teleporters, as well as just the lightning gun as well at the mid-range, because that's the one thing clutch doesn't want to happen, is a mid-range lightning gun fight, particularly against a Nyx. So it's all about k1llsen keeping off the map when Ghost Walk's not up and trying to force the shield out before he uses Ghost Walk.
All right, well, k1llsen again does have his Ghost Walk back up. So it's a shield out of k1llsen, and the items are now coming up as well, being made available with the Mega Health and the Heavy Armor. And k1llsen doesn't pick up the heavy armor, actually. Mistimes it just barely. Cooler's going to sneak his way in. He doesn't pick it up either. He goes for the chase instead. And a lot of damage being done. 3 rockets left for k1llsen, but he does chip away at the stack that Cooler did have. Hits another direct rocket here. Maybe that's the time for him to go. Hits a second. One more to finish this off could be it. The shield is there, though, and Cooler doesn't get it off. And k1llsen, back-to-back-to-back rockets.
300 damage.
And now Cooler on the Anarchy. Doesn't even have a chance to pick up the Mega. k1llsen really sporting what he can do with the RL here. It's 4 direct rockets he's been able to pull off so far in this round alone.
Yeah, but you can see the importance that Cooler places on this major item. Willing to sacrifice his life, even though he would rather not do that, to try and pick it up. Just a little bit mistake in terms of his landing there. But good damage coming out, keeping k1llsen away. He's still around even stacks.
Mega's up. Cooler's in a position. You can tell he wants it. Pops the Ghost Walk after picking it up too. Smart play out of him, but then again, k1llsen can go for the chase, and k1llsen won't have an opportunity to. Cooler gets the read, gets the kill. Let's try to equalize this. It's still, k1llsen's going to maintain the 1 champion advantage.
Yeah, but he's off the Nyx with the Doom Slayer up. See how he does on that, because obviously, as we saw earlier, that was particularly prominent in terms of how well he was playing on that. We can see the difference in terms of picking Nyx first, and he wasn't doing that earlier. Maybe that's a part of a strategy he has against Cooler, in terms of trying to get away from the clutch.
Yeah, as Doomslayer, I don't know how well he's going to be able to use that against clutch, because that's what he was mostly using before, right? He did do Anarchy once.
Yeah, exactly. Where at least in the Nyx, although technically the clutch can see you,
right,
as he's been doing, if he can make clutch use shield first, you have a little bit of an advantage in terms of escapability.
Rockets coming in again. k1llsen gets a shot off. Not going to hit the second because the Ghost Walk has been used. The Mega is there. Again, Cooler will steal it away right under k1llsen's nose.
Nice read by k1llsen, though, knowing at the last second that he was in a really poor position.
Oh. I'm trying to go back in, but it's too late. Cooler's picked it up, and
nice.
Cooler gets the kill. I want a piece now. k1llsen trying to use that Berserk to get to the point quicker, you know, to make sure to pick up the heavy armor, but it wasn't there at the right time. Maybe a slight misread out of him. Again, time shards being picked up by Cooler's going to have that Ghost Walk available.
Yeah, k1llsen's finding it extremely difficult. Cooler's maintaining a 10-second split on the items, and just there's no opportunity for k1llsen to get in, so has to settle for overtime, which is better than losing, obviously, but not preferable.
Ooh, those rockets getting so close to catch him. Again, trying to be patient. Cooler, 25 health. Ghost Walk has been popped. Injection for k1llsen too. Just going to hold his ground, stay there in the meantime, try to juke out k1llsen.
Yeah, it was a good play by k1llsen, recognizing the route that Cooler wanted to take, and that choke point on the upper level middle ground is one of the strongest to take when you're trying to defend the Mega.
Again, look at the priority that Cooler's putting on these time shards. Just picking up 6 in a row. He's going to have his Ghost Walk up pretty much 30 seconds ahead of k1llsen his injection. Mega health in 5 seconds on top of this, so the fighting might actually turn into that direction. Who can get there first? 2 seconds. Using the Ghost Walk, should be able to secure it. k1llsen has given that one up again.
Oh.
And Cooler catches him out. That was a quick 3 frags for him.
Yeah, didn't expect him to sneak underneath, and as you said, the time shard's working to advantage and being able to sneak under with the Ghost Walk. I think he did. So nice play coming out from Cooler.
3, 2, 1.
Moving to the next round here. Cooler up 2-0 in rounds so far.
Yeah, it's looked very comfortable.
Ooh, at this pace, they're actually what could be a tie in this group. Again, that damage coming through. k1llsen has 1 HP. Well, basically 1 HP. He has Ghost Walk though, so he's used to get aggressive. Then creating some space away. Oof. This rocket's getting so close. Doesn't have Ghost Walk anymore. No shield up though for Cooler either. I'm trying to prevent those time shards from being picked up here. Most importantly.
And he's going to have around again 20 seconds to pressure the Nyx before the Ghost Walk.
Oh, got speed, he can move. Shield is up too. There's no items to even fight for right now. 15 seconds for that Mega health. Cooler's still trying to piss in a little bit slow. Just it's so funny to look at like what items they're currently holding on to, because I feel like Cooler's just been rocket every time. Just like only rocket pretty much. Maybe machine gun there, maybe shotgun because he starts with it.
Yeah, I was actually about to say, I appreciate the rocket's very strong, and I think k1llsen's taking it slightly to an extreme in that there are opportunities he could be pushing in the mid ground, I think, against Clutch in particular with the lightning gun, but he's just not doing it. Very much just playing on the defensive against... Oh, he doesn't know he got knocked up.
Oh, he's going to find out now and find out the hard way. Pushes directly into him. 2 HP left. Ghostwalk has been used. The Mega Help will be picked up. Just the nick of time here out of Cooler, and k1llsen still doesn't have the health to play with.
It's partly Cooler, the way in which Cooler's playing, and the speed and aggression is forcing k1llsen away from these positions he wants to take. But I think he needs to try and find a way to try to get back into the game with that mid-range weaponry.
You can see Cooler off the right-hand side of the screen, just walking around. Doesn't have his shield up, as he finally does get it here. Still has the opportunity to pressure him another time. And then k1llsen somehow has to, as you mentioned, stay alive to use the Ghost Walk long enough.
It's a tough ask.
I mean, yeah, when this giant flying transformer is coming at you, it's a very, very scary thing to have to deal with.
Change of pace by the Clutch, because Cooler is very much aware he's not in total control and not in a position. So being on that low ground is where Clutch doesn't want to be. He wants to be on the middle ground, because that's when he can use that speed advantage most effectively and get into your face on the rocket-on-rocket fights.
And Cooler didn't use his shield there either.
He did.
Oh, he did, sorry.
Yeah. So they're both down on the abilities.
36 HP though for k1llsen. And with how long this round's been already, I mean, one frag can be all you need to close out this round here, especially for Cooler, who is already up 2-0. Yeah, k1llsen, this is a little bit closer to what we saw before, playing a lot more patient, but he also wasn't against Clutch earlier at all today.
This is true. And now the problem is Cooler has a stack where he's going to be happy to push in with the shield again, but he's going to holding onto it. That's good. I thought he was going to have to pop it there, but he's just going to probably back off and hold this area until next items are up.
Oof, Ghost Walk used immediately, and it looked like k1llsen tried to stay next to him.
What timing.
Shield comes in, blocks the rocket, gets the kill, and now there's 1:15 left to go here, so k1llsen, he's got to pick up the pace, switching to Doomslayer. He needs to get 1 kill, and look at the HP that Cooler does have. It's going to be very difficult to do that in this time when it's already taken this long just to get him low on Clutch initially. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Now he's to do that against someone who can double jump too. 1 minute left to go. And k1llsen's done nothing to eliminate the stack that Cooler does have.
Yeah, with 50 seconds, Cooler's just going to try and hold his position, and if a fight comes like now, he can push in.
Oh. It's knocked away. Major comes out another time here, k1llsen. He's running out of time, he's running out of HP.
But he's so weak. Cooler took the Mega, now he's taken the Heavy. Look at that stack. There's not really anything k1llsen can do, but he's going to have to. He's got 30 seconds to redeem this final round.
So why is k1llsen not going for LG at all?
That's my question. I actually genuinely don't know. It definitely should have been a tactic he could have tried to employ.
Well, he's got 10 seconds here, ZSX. He's got to push in now. He doesn't have the LG to go for the kills, and the shield's going to be up for Coolers. I would say that's pretty much going to be it.
Yeah, that's a good game. k1llsen knows it.
All right, well, there we go. Coolers does take the first map.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused. I mean, I know k1llsen doesn't favor it now, but he has a very strong lightning gun. As we said before, Clutch is exceptionally vulnerable against that. And Cooler in himself, he's based, as he said, he's based his game around Clutch. So he's going to play in a way which limits your opportunity to do so. But k1llsen, being one of the best players in the world, will find a way. And I think he definitely didn't. I don't think he really used it at all, if at all, which is particularly
very minimally, if anything.
It's particularly bemusing to me.
Well, I mean, that was Cooler's choice, though, on Corrupted Keep. And now we're going to k1llsen's choice of Blood Covenant as our second map. But yeah, k1llsen, we haven't really seen him challenge like that, and You know, the match of Coolers versus Claws, we didn't get to see it, was done off stream, and I believe it was recorded, or hopefully it was recorded.
Yeah, because
So it was a much closer series.
I imagine Claws, for instance, would have been using the lightning gun, which would have made then Cooler's life a lot harder.
Right.
And the fact that k1llsen smashed Claws beats Cooler, we'll see how this goes.
Cooler, I mean, I think he's realizing getting very close to having a chance here. And he went 3 maps against Claws, too, which I think helps him if we're using map score, because k1llsen's 2-0'd both, right?
Yeah.
And
so I think if k1llsen gets a map here and Cooler wins, I think k1llsen and Cooler go through on maps.
Well, as we see, moving on to Blood Covenant. Expect to see that clutch again.
On Blood Covenant, no.
Okay, so what is he going to replace it with then?
I think he's thinking. I don't know if he'll pick Ranger again. He does pick Ranger again. Okay. Was that Ranger from k1llsen as well?
No, I think that was...
I couldn't see from my
I think that was Doomslayer.
Okay.
I think.
I thought I saw... So he's got Nyx, Doomslayer, and I didn't see the third one.
I think it was Anarchy.
Oh, was it Anarchy? Okay. Could well be.
I think.
I wasn't able to see.
Yeah, I was lost in your eyes anyways, so...
Fair enough.
Can we steal those computers they're playing on, by the way? Yeah, like 1080 Ti's and like an i9 in it.
Yeah, I wish.
How about I'll grab both, and then you're like my bodyguard, and you like just help me get through the crowd.
Okay.
Okay. And then I keep both. Okay, you get one.
Thanks.
You get one.
Yeah. I thought my death stare might change your opinion.
Well, we are going into, again, we only have this match and 1 left to go for today. Then we're moving into tomorrow, where we have...
Been a quick day, actually.
Yeah, I mean, we were supposed to do 12 best of 5s today.
That would have been a long day.
Yeah, and it would have been impossible to do because it's already 5 p.m. Is it 5 p.m.? Yeah, 4 p.m. Okay, so the clock hasn't been adjusted on the computer.
We need to be out by 5 p.m., right?
I think it's like 5:30 or 6:30. We have to be out by.
Okay.
One of those 2 hours. So definitely have time for that. But we're gonna have Cypher versus Vu next. Then tomorrow we move into the semifinals, and we also have a double elimination bracket. So we'll have loser bracket throughout the whole way too. And not sure if we're covering every game. I'm assuming we are, except yeah, because there's. I think the loser brackets are best of 3s, and winner brackets are best of 5s.
It was a slash.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense for k1llsen.
I'm just gonna say I didn't get to see the screen either. I'm gonna take that.
Oh, Cooler with the Anarchy. So it is the same picks as he had on against Hal as well.
Yeah, this was a map he struggled on though. Remember Hal had some great rail shots against him throughout the entire time.
Yeah.
Ghostwalk popped right away at a Cooler.
k1llsen is a player that can replicate that as well. So if he can, then obviously he's in with a tremendous shout.
Yeah, you can already hear the shots being routed off behind him here. And k1llsen now using his Ghostwalk to get aggressive. So a big 30-second difference between the two and his abilities. But you can tell just k1llsen, just with his crosshairs on the screen, he knows the direction that Cooler's moving in, at least. Yeah,
Cooler's one of the players who is probably the most conscious about picking up those time shards. Puts significant emphasis on it, and it makes a fundamental difference in these fights when one person has their ability up and their opponent does not.
Just imagine the Shining saying, "Here's Johnny." Comes out with a shot, retreats back away. It's like a whack-a-mole game here.
Here's
except
Anton.
not more deadly. Can someone tweet to us a picture of Cooler's face photoshopped on Jack Nicholson in The Shining? That'd be great. Mega is up. Trying to force the fight right away and then retreat back towards it, which he'll be able to get.
Ole!
Oh! Almost landing inside of each other.
Nice
hits 2 rockets, hits a 3rd, and k1llsen open things up with first spell. Look at his HP too, 24 health. And he does have the spot on where Cooler is, but he doesn't have the HP to fight this.
No, that would be very dangerous. Just a few licks of machine gun and then k1llsen would be dead. Priority now, reheal up, try and wait for Ghost Walk. 5 seconds.
Rockets are coming in. Cooler drops directly on top of him here. Another rocket does hit. Cooler's not too healthy, but has the injection on his side, and he's going to tie things up now at 1 apiece. And look at this window he has to get towards heavy. No railgun either for k1llsen here. These rockets, very hard to hit, but again, Cooler being patient. Rotating over, looking for the heavy. And k1llsen spots us perfectly. Really well done. Does cut him off and is trying to go for the chase, it seems. But we know that injection's still up for Cooler, so it's going to be very difficult, I think, for k1llsen to secure that kill.
Wow, k1llsen is really picking up the pace on this map. It's probably going to pay off.
Wow. Great little player there. He had to hit almost like, what? 70, 80 damage rocket in there to help make that work.
Yeah, we can see the difference in playstyle now that k1llsen hasn't got clutch. k1llsen's much more amenable to pushing in, which is making a big difference because he's forcing k1llsen into fights now, where he's not comfortable.
Well, for k1llsen, at least now he needs to get his stack back up. And that's his #1 priority, and you see him waiting towards the heavy. He's in that general direction. But Mega's up. k1llsen's going to have the read on that, going to secure that pickup. Now 10 seconds left on that window. As now k1llsen, I think, has been spotted by k1llsen, and likewise has heard the direction k1llsen's been in. And the heavy will be there. k1llsen secured it last time, but it looks like k1llsen will be able to turn this around and secure that for himself. So k1llsen not even going for the challenges on the pickups on the majors.
No, now backing off a little bit, giving some more respect, but once again, k1llsen's got a decent split of the items, which is going to make life slightly harder. But it's out of position there. k1llsen making the most advantage of it.
And there's only a minute, 10 seconds left to go. When k1llsen has a champion lead, the railgun going to come in. It's going to connect, and that's going to tie things up again. k1llsen making the Ranger work here, but more importantly, making the rails work.
Both players hitting some incredible shots in this game already. k1llsen does get the beneficial spawn, which means he does pick up that heavy. But that nice rocket negates a lot of it.
He's going to be very careful here. k1llsen trying to push in, trying to push for the kill, and he will. k1llsen gets it, but he suicides at the same time, but he'll still pick up the round. Getting a little caught off there.
Yeah, nod of approval. I think k1llsen realized in the last game it's just too passive. Completely different side of k1llsen in this game. Really working that pace and getting in k1llsen's face. Yeah, sometimes it's kind of a little bit reckless, but it's working. He's hitting all the good shots. Never letting k1llsen get particularly settled.
And you can see k1llsen not going for the heavy armor either, realizing, well, k1llsen's got the railgun. Kind of have to give that one up.
Yep.
Be a little bit hard to contest that one. I don't want to take too much damage early on.
Nice.
Wow, gets direct on top of him. Ghostwag has been popped out of k1llsen, who's now looking to run away, and k1llsen has the read. He connects another rocket. k1llsen on basically less than 1 HP will fall to another rocket at k1llsen, who secures that kill. And he also picks up the time shards, most importantly, a couple of them, to work towards this Ghostwalk another time. k1llsen, I think he has a rocket. He's definitely not going to have rail here. Does connect at 15 HP. He has the Ghostwalk, but he won't have a chance to use it. And he will go down, giving over the heavy to k1llsen.
Yeah, and that play by k1llsen is a simple representation of having perfect timing, knowing when your opponent's abilities are up and your capabilities. There was a lot of players might have just left k1llsen to pick up that for free, but instead understanding the game and the way in which it's playing out is pivotal.
I think k1llsen didn't expect that rocket to hit, that second one to come out, because he had the Ghostwalk, he just didn't use it. Cost him his life there, and allowing now k1llsen to get back into this one. Heavy's up, Mega's up in just a few seconds. I'm looking for that next engagement, but k1llsen hasn't gotten the. I was about to say he hasn't gotten the Mega just yet, but he does secure it. And let's keep his distance away from k1llsen, who, as you mentioned before, on the Anarchy, not having obviously clutch here on Blood Covenant.
I think k1llsen knows he's in there, but yeah, he knew. Good awareness.
Both rails missing. Just jousting with this gun. He comes back up with a double jump. Takes a lot of damage from the first rocket, but then likewise k1llsen has as well. Being forced to use injection right away, keep his distance away from k1llsen.
Yeah, and using the double jump, as we said, right, is just it just messes with your aim. And that k1llsen's rockets that we might have traditionally hit, nice rail coming out, none of them did.
The thing is, though, is I guarantee k1llsen will have more experience against a champion that can double jump than k1llsen. Because he came from Overwatch. And there was a hero in the game called Genji.
Plays a lot of Overwatch.
But was he on a pro team? I don't actually know if he was.
I think he was for a while.
Okay. Well, k1llsen's going to get the kill. So, I was just going to say, because Genji can double jump, so he's going to be a little bit used to it. But then again, k1llsen was playing like a support role in that game. He wasn't playing a fragger. And I believe k1llsen was playing more of like a DPS heavy lineup for him. Nice little rail comes in. k1llsen going to follow up with the rockets. And again, another kill going to come through. k1llsen's going to be out of people. And that does tie things up here on Blood Covenant. k1llsen keeping his composure.
Yeah, I think k1llsen definitely looks more comfortable when he's picking up that pace, and he doesn't let k1llsen settle. Really can't pick up a stack, and it does. And it does frustrate Cooler when those situations occur where he shouldn't be in them, and it can mess with his head slightly. So there is that to think about as well.
We also, k1llsen's taken away a level of control from Cooler by taking it to this map, so he can't play the clutch, right?
Yeah, definitely part of the decision making because...
Oh, can't hit the second. This is doing a lot of damage to him and k1llsen.
Nice.
Raining rockets from the air. Justice comes from above. Gets the kill.
Because this morning we saw k1llsen pick Blood Run first. And I think against RZD as well. So, yeah, you're right. Definitely a strategical choice to try and keep Cooler away from that clutch.
Okay. Oh, you got it. You did hear it.
No?
No? Okay. I don't know why you're giving me a thumbs up.
Saying nice analysis.
Oh, thanks, man. I thought it was because you're saying I was looking cute today. Liar. k1llsen, though. I think a lot of pressure on him. Obviously wants to come through first in his group. If I know groups correctly, Seed 1 out of Group A plays Seed 2 of Group B. And Group B has a hell of a lot of good players. k1llsen getting aggressive with the Ghost Walk.
Yeah.
Cooler, again, just keeping his distance. Just jumps away. I like the pathing he's taking, too. He's so unpredictable. Like, I have X-ray, and I'm still not predicting the way he's moving in a lot of these cases.
Welcome to Cooler Dodge.
Yeah.
He's well known for having the best dodge in the game.
Well, no Rocket's connecting with k1llsen there as he does back away. Look at that again. It's just all over him.
Yeah.
It's like a jumping spider.
I've never really seen much of Cooler's Anarchy, but it is pretty entertaining.
k1llsen's going to have Ghost Walk back up, though. So at least has that escape if he does need it. No, Cooler's just been playing games, almost toying with him at some points. k1llsen not in a good spot here. He gets bounced up in the air, uses the Ghost Walk.
In time as well, that rail piercing through the invisible mix.
Cooler. Making it look easy at some points. It's a great shot there. I think Cooler's starting to like his rockets. Like, I mean, to be fair, like both these players throughout the games today, rockets have been the majority of their damage and majority of their kills.
Yeah, barely seeing any lightning gun usage. Probably it's really unusual for these type of level games where it's quite prevalent, but that's the nature of the way it's being played. What a rocket. 81 damage as well from that angle. Jeez.
Oh, and he's going to push this one directly into k1llsen, and that is a great frag again out of Cooler.
His Anarchy was really impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, he's happy.
He smiles for like 1 second. He gets like a quota a day. You get 10 seconds of smiling a day, and I think he's used about 10 seconds of it now.
Oh, okay, we're done then. Back to Grumpy Cooler.
I know, it's funny because he looks like he's always in thought. When he's, oh, all right, k1llsen, calm down, son. We just started the round. This is 10 seconds in. You already get a kill.
He's also switched it up to the Nyx, I think, to pick up the pace right from the off. Not the Nyx, sorry, I meant the Slash. Doesn't look super comfortable with the speed.
Look at this. He's getting so aggressive. I mean, he just got railed, and it just takes one more to finish him off. He's not maybe the fastest champion in the game. And he should have died there, I think. Yeah. I don't know. Cooler's like peeking around the corner. Was very close. So starting things off with a bang here. Well done by k1llsen.
End it early, that's his motto.
Play to win.
Play to win. I'm going to trademark that. Nice rail. Important rail as well.
Should just be your one-liner on your shirts that you have. Play to win, ZSX. Rocket's coming in. Oh, not a good position, I think, for Cooler to be in. k1llsen's just not hitting the shots. So Cooler just dodging. Cooler gonna get the better of him here. Yeah. And using the rocket to get around the map a lot quicker, to pick up the Mega, to deny that away. And you can see how close k1llsen was from securing that. Great read out of Cooler. He's now turning the pace up again. 110% speed. Yes, k1llsen getting completely caught off guard by that.
And I think k1llsen just popped the Ghost Walk. He did. I'm pretty sure Cooler saw that as well, knowing now that he does have a big opportunity to push in. That rail is really critical. Stop Cooler's momentum.
You know, I'd love to see. You know, it's like some streamers have their keyboard layout on the screen. You can see what buttons they're hitting. I would love to see that for Cooler so far on the Anarchy, especially when it comes to dodging and slow it down. As k1llsen gets the challenge and the kill on a Cooler, keeping that champion advantage. Cooler's on match point.
He is on match point. And he doesn't seem to be slowing down whatsoever, responding to k1llsen's increase in pace with his own, kind of matching it, really.
So though, can k1llsen pull this one back? Still got an extra champion to play with, yes. And he's going to be ghost walking in. Cooler had to have heard that.
He's still... Oh.
That's a good juke.
Yeah.
But again, got the time warps to pick up anyways.
Yeah. That's the key. Trying to go back to pick the time warps. We see now k1llsen playing a little bit slower. As we said, no ghost walk up for another 10 seconds. No need to do anything pretty drastic. You do have a 1 champion advantage, but there's a long time to go. Nice.
That was not an easy rail shot to hit either. Looking for the second, looking for the follow-up. Oh, he gets tagged himself, connects. The next rail will win this one. Ghostwalk getting aggressive. He does have rockets to use, and a rocket can be thrown down. Won't hit the shot, and we'll back away for now in the meantime, but that was so close. You can see k1llsen really wanting to close out this round.
Oh.
Cooler. Cooler, cooler, cooler.
One more frag to take k1llsen down and to go put him on 2-1.
Yeah, that's what we said. Almost guaranteed him a spot, I believe, since he did take a round. Yeah, he took a map versus Claws.
Yeah, so Cooler would be through, and it would be k1llsen that would be in trouble.
Well, let's see what happens. Actually, no, k1llsen should still be through too, because Claws dropped a map, right? I don't know. We'll see. We'll have the admins tell us. They're going to know a lot more than we will. Minute 20 left to go. And we're going to have the heavy up, but it doesn't look like Cooler wants to challenge it here. Let's give them one to put a k1llsen. Maybe let's set a trap though towards Mega. There's just 3 seconds. The split was pretty decent, and k1llsen with the rail. Or just rockets looking to secure this one. And I love how Cooler's playing this too. He's not picking it up right away. Maybe looking to take a shot or two before he, a shot before he picks it up.
Yeah, very good about that. Presenting situations that enable him to do maximal damage.
Yeah, and you can see again k1llsen wanting to push through with the double jumps.
But realizing he has no place around that red armor. So just backing off to make sure he has a good position on the higher ground. Bat Mega to secure it, which he does relatively easy. k1llsen a little bit late to do any sort of damage.
Just knows exactly though the direction Cooler's going to come from every time it seems. Oh, those rails just barely missing.
Yeah, so even though like k1llsen's not around to do damage to the Mega, being in the vicinity of when they're trying to escape from that area still again halts their momentum, keeps them in check.
Yeah, investing some health here just to make sure to challenge out on Mega. Oh, connects the rocket as he comes through. And that gives him an opportunity now to pick this one up. The Dire going to come through, and Cooler's going to steal it away from under his feet, from under his nose. And k1llsen connects again. The rails coming up big. The read as well. k1llsen started off with a bang and ended it with one.
So this is what I mean, where it reaches points where Cooler's emphasis on taking items can be counterproductive. I mean, it required 3 crazy-ass shots from k1llsen, but it was unnecessary from Cooler to put himself in a situation where that's even possible. Was he going to go off the map?
Almost. Heavy has been picked up, and Cooler's going to have the ability to escape from this one.
That's not a start you need.
No, not at all. k1llsen's already going to be playing a champion down. Mega being picked up. I know k1llsen in a really rough spot too.
Little bit, but he's got the Doom Slayer, saving the Nyx till last, which is, yeah, that's pretty good. Just kind of back up. If you're really in the hole, you can drop back on the Nyx, which can be played very defensively.
I like there was like a 10-second split in the 2 Megas. But because k1llsen came and challenged it out right away, he didn't give Cooler an opportunity, I guess, to transition around the map to then fight him towards the Mega.
Yeah, exactly right.
That's what you're talking about with Hal, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah,
no, it wasn't Hal. It was which game was that earlier today?
It was RZD.
Oh, it was. No, it was.
It was Hal and RZD. But it's simple things like, yes, he's nice by k1llsen, but yes, k1llsen can't get in a position to deal direct damage, but pressuring it prevents, again, the momentum and continuation of that cycle.
Trying to fight on the low end with rockets, so difficult to do. I know you might be really good with rockets, Cooler, but it's not the ideal fight you want to take. Now both items pretty much in sync with each other. And k1llsen going back to what we saw him do in his first match against Claws a little bit here on the Doomslayer. Just play a little bit more passive.
Yeah, he has no idea where Cooler is. That's kind of moving around the map. You're trying to wait for sound cues to locate them and keep a track. So now he knows where Cooler is and what he wants to be doing. He can safely move back to the Mega and just say, okay, if you want to take the red, I'll I'll trade you for the Mega.
Stopwatch.
Okay, so again, both items picked up. Cooler, a little bit slower. He's actually, you can see like just the pressure k1llsen put before, like the two pickups before of, yeah, he didn't contest it, but he just shot a couple of, you know, rockets his direction. Cooler's a little bit more careful to pick up the heavy there that time, and you can sort of see like the mental change that Cooler had to make to adapt to that.
Yeah, last round now, both putting a little bit more emphasis on this, particularly with Cooler on the Nyx. He doesn't want to overextend, and as long as he's got the Ghost Walk, he's okay. It's just cautious play.
One match of train items again. k1llsen back to walking, taking his time. Already halfway through this 5th and final round of our second map.
So after 4 pretty hectic rounds, we've gone back to some pretty cold, calculated play from both players.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Always like seeing some of that. I think it's, you know, it's a thinking man's game. It's like chess.
Cooler recognizing the damage was sufficient to keep him away, but not knowing which item k1llsen wants to go for. And it was indeed the heavy, so good understanding there by Cooler.
Both these two every time. When one's walking, so's the other. The k1llsen has to give a position away. Just applying some pressure and comes to the gate. Only takes 9 damage, so I think he's gonna be happy about that for now. Could have been a lot worse. Another rocket gonna come back in. Not gonna land this time. And will Cooler go on the chase? Heavy armor is up. And it's immediately picked up though, most importantly by k1llsen. Now Cooler's gonna back away to secure their own Mega. k1llsen will be here. It's not stopped from being taken, but maybe to just down to the back, and that hits it direct from the low ground. Anakin Skywalker's gonna be happy, but now he's gotta back off. He's the Berserk. Just in and out of the gates. He's looking for the chase. He actually might get the read. You can see he's actually perfectly reading into that.
Yeah, but it's so difficult to catch them when they're when you're opposite sides of the curve.
Ooh. Oh, the rail coming through. Cooler doesn't hit. Jumps over the rocket again. k1llsen's so good at that today. Those are rocket behind them, not gonna connect the second as he goes through the gate. k1llsen didn't get the read that he actually already came through. Switching to the rail, trying to challenge out on the Mega, takes the rail to his own face. Now he's gonna back off, pick up the heavy armor.
Can he get in time for a rail? Oh, it nearly did.
But keep in mind, Cooler, he has the kill advantage. k1llsen's eventually gonna have to go in and within the next 40 seconds to pick up a kill to tie things up, to take it to sudden death. That rail might be enough, but again, the Ghost Walk will be there. He almost gets the read perfectly on that.
Yeah, Cooler's just playing now for time. That's all he can do, and he popped the Ghost Walk, which means k1llsen has just over 20 seconds now to get 1 kill and tie this map up.
Well, at least with him getting that pop, getting that use, there's no way Cooler can use it to run away. He's gonna go in with the Berserk, looking for the fisticuffs. He's not able to get it though. 20 HP left, 10 seconds left to go.
There's no way he meant to do that.
To use the Berserk?
Yeah. There was no way he meant to do that.
Well, it will cost him the map though. It will cost him the match as well. And Cooler, who was looking at one point as we thought 0-2 was actually 0-1, has been able to take 2 rounds, 2 matches straight to beat Hal, to beat k1llsen, and to pretty much secure himself a spot through to tomorrow. We believe k1llsen's through as well, but we'll get clarification on that when we are in our break. But we still have Cypher versus Vu as our last match.
That means Claws, Quake
could be out.
Is out in the groups.
He could. We'll get confirmation. Let's head to the interview.
Well, an incredibly exciting finish to the group. Cooler, you mentioned in the first interview we had today, where you said you need to keep fighting every single match because you know you have the chance to progress to tomorrow. You've done a beautiful job there. That was a very, very tense match. And now, depending on results elsewhere in the group, we could end up with a 3-way tie. You've done incredibly well to come back from your initial loss.
Well, I hope I will get enough points to get through the group because, as I know, I'm not sure if I still have a chance for going through the group. So we'll see about like counting the points. But I have to say that I'm close to find my game, because like with every game you can see I'm like starting to build my skills, and yeah, sometimes I hit incredible shots, and of course my mind is also boosting as well. So I hope I will get a chance to go through the group and show my maximum skill.
Well, hopefully we'll get to see some of that maximum skill tomorrow as well, depending on results elsewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for k1llsen. Beautiful series from him. All right, we're going to hop over to the analyst desk now to basically see how that game unfolded. Take it away.
Well, how that game unfolded indeed. It was, even though it was a 2-0, it was still a really close 2-0.
Yeah, it felt, each map went pretty long. And all credit to k1llsen, really, because as we said earlier today, k1llsen looked extremely strong. And as I said at the start of the map, I felt that k1llsen's style was stronger than k1llsen's relative to how k1llsen plays. And particularly on the first map, k1llsen just couldn't cope with clutch. And on the second map, we saw a good adaptation from k1llsen, but then